And
Did you guys see that little snafu that Drake has stumbled in?
no.
The hip hop artist.
I saw him on Put Past Denied because that lady had sued him for sexual assault or had accused him of it, and now he's like suing her.
Oh, I didn't see that, but what I saw is he posted a picture of himself with this 18-year-old girl named Bella Harris, and people, very attractive young woman, and they looked back through Drake's pictures because like she had just turned 18, and they found a picture of him kind of leaning on her shoulder, taking a picture together from 2016, which would make her a 16-year-old gal. Which
Nothing
is
wrong with that. There's no problem
kosher.
with it. See, this is blown out of proportion. This is bullshit. Because look, there's a picture of them like there are pictures of like this of me and Woody with underage boys and girls where we are just posing with them. There are just posing with them, having our photograph taken with them, and nothing's going on. Like it's not like he's got his dick in her mouth while she reads the news here in this photograph. Now, if you tell me he had a relationship with her and that's not legal in his state, then I might have an issue. But like, I mean, she doesn't. First of all, if she's 16 there, she is the most mature 16-year-old on earth. She looks like she's 18 at least. She looks like a model. She's very attractive.
To be honest, I look at her and I think if you told me she was 14 or 22, I'd have bought both.
Yeah, she's got one of those faces where like there's a big window of what you'd believe.
Yeah, for sure. And of course, she's wearing a lot of makeup. And but I don't know. She's busty. She's pretty. She's with Drake there.
Yeah, Chiz just posted, in California, it's not illegal to date an underage girl as long as there's no sexual contact between the adult and the underage girl. Which, sure, I'm fine, I guess, but it's like, do you think that someone how old is Drake, in his 30s? Do you think someone like that is hanging out with a 16-year-old? Because, like, you know what, she may be 16, but she's got a real perspective on the world. I don't even care about physical stuff. I want to hear she's got like these great takes on politics and world history and
Here's the other side
music.
of it. I think that at 16 you can fuck anyone you want in most states.
Oh, in a lot of states. Chiz, I'm not jumping to conclusions about anything dumb or about him doing anything. I would never say that. I'm saying
you would never say that. It's been 2 days since you've said that.
this hypothetical situation of if he was with a 16-year-old girl, it's probably not good, right?
I don't care.
No? Okay.
I don't care. I mean, if I had a 16-year-old daughter who was hooking up with Drake, I'd be like, you're not still taking those pills that mommy gave you, are you? Lay off those.
You'd be a terrible father.
No, look, she's getting a record deal out of this one way or another, all right? That's how this shit's going to work.
You're banging the guy from Degrassi? Like, nice. The wheelchair kid? Awesome. He rebounded more than anybody ever into his like semi like I don't follow Drake, like his music, but I know he's very popular. But I did know who he was in 15 years ago on Degrassi. You know that show, Kyle, right? Degrassi, the Canadian like teen drama show, and he was I believe he was the crippled kid in a wheelchair. No, I'm sure somebody out there watched
We're definitely not talking about Malcolm in the Middle, right?
I'm definitely not talking about Malcolm.
Oh, that kid? Is that Drake grown up?
Could be.
Malcolm, you've got.
I just wanted to fuck a 16-year-old. And now I'm getting hate.
Mad rhymes inside me. Can't get them out. Yeah, that kid was real sad in the show. I liked that he would always use his disability to his advantage, though. Malcolm in the Middle was a great fucking show.
That was a really underrated show. That happens.
Bryan Cranston had those acting chops.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew he could disco roller skate, but I didn't know he could make meth.
He can do whatever he wants.
Speaking of that, there is an Arizona man who pretended to have Down syndrome so that the woman he hired would wipe and bathe him.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
And if you look at his face, if that man told me I have Down syndrome, I'd give him the benefit of the doubt. Wouldn't you?
Cheers, can you be sure to share this image? There's a hint of it there, right?
Oh yeah, there's more than the hint. He's like, if he's not full blood, he's at least 30% down.
Yeah, right. His dad had Downs.
Yeah.
That's not how it works. It's not
His
how it
dad
works.
had Downs. His mom
that's
was
how it
down to
works.
fuck. Like,
You're missing a chromosome, or you are.
Well, his dad was missing one, but he's missing half of one. That's how it works, Woody. That's Meryl. That's actually Meryl Howard Kalen's son.
Meryl Howard
Howard Kalen.
So this is how it went. Paul Anthony Menchaca, 31, of Gilbert, Arizona, was arrested on September 6th on fraud and sexual abuse charges. The Gilbert Police Department said Menchaca posed as, or someone from the Gilbert Police Department posed as a woman named Amy on a caregiver job, and saying she needed assistance with her adult son. So he was, this is written badly. Jesus Christ, Fox, what are you doing? So basically, he lied, said he had Down syndrome. Then he posed as a parent of himself and said, my son has Down syndrome and he needs someone to come and wipe his ass and, the occasional hand job and do a few things for him. And she showed up, and apparently she bathed him over 30 times.
3 women. He hired 3 different caregivers, all women, to care for him at various points in the summer. The first one gave him 30 baths.
You're right. That was only the first one. That was 30 baths from. Like, what I would love to see his technique. Like, he's obviously a character actor. Like, this is a Daniel Day-Lewis in the making who just took a wrong path in life.
Yeah.
Like, it takes.
He saw My Left Foot and he was inspired.
The first
Do you think he's
caregiver
like
became, let me get on the mic. The first caregiver became suspicious and followed him home earlier this month and met his parents. She discovered he did not have Down syndrome and did not require diaper changes.
Fuck. Look, I'll be honest with you.
Dude, this guy's a fucking asshole.
I didn't
hang
realize
on.
there were diapers
Hang on.
involved.
I feel sorry for this guy, and let me tell you why.
He's a fraudster.
I'm willing to bet that, like, that's, for whatever reason, that's his fetish. And that's the only way that he can really have sort of sexual pleasure in life. Like, if he had a pretty girl who dated him and just had normal sex with him or whatever, that wouldn't do it for him. He might not even be able to, like, perform in that scenario. There was a guy on Stern. There was like a Stern flashback. And this guy's thing is Roman showers. He needs to be vomited on by a pretty lady. That's what he's into. And they're talking to him about it. And he's like, I wish that this isn't the way I was. He sounded like a pedophile. He's like, I wish I wasn't like this. He's like, when you like women think that it's about degradation, and it's not. I find it sensual and attractive when a woman vomits. Everything about it, the smell, the feeling, the sound, the whole thing. That's what turns me on. And all I can find out there are men who want to vomit on me. And I'm not gay. I don't want that. And so I feel like
he's not a weirdo.
He's like, I feel like
well, you're clearly a normal man. You know?
He's like, I feel like an anomaly, an outcast, a pariah. He's like I wish I had the money to hire a dominatrix to come and do this for me, but I don't even have that. And they've got a porn star on, Tabitha Stevens, and they're like, Tabitha, could you vomit on him? And she's like, I barely eat anything. And I believe her, because she's like skin and bones. And he's like, well, would you spit on him? He's like, I could spit on you. He's like, well, I guess, that, is there an odor to your spit? And she's like, well, I mean, crest?
And it smells like cock. Yeah.
And she goes over and she fucking spits on his chest, and he starts rubbing it in and stuff like that.
I remember you showed us this video, and then one of them eventually muscles up some vomit, and he spends the whole time rubbing it. Oh, that was a different vomit.
They've had him on a couple of times. This was actually for a game they did, a contest. Tabitha Stevens, the porn star, came on, and she did a couple of games. One of them, they played audio of her porn clips for her mother to listen to over the phone, and she had to guess, is that my daughter or not? And they played audio from various pornos, and some of them were of Tabitha. The mother, of course, has never watched her daughter's movies. Why would you? And she has to guess, yes, that's my daughter moaning. And she's like, you have a humongous cock, or whatever, or just like, glog, 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 glog. And